So here's a 382 Magnum again. Decided to swap on the 273 water pump and accessories and stuff because I didn't want a chance using the LA 360 style water pump, which I ordered for a 86 Dodge truck because I think the snout will protrude too long and interfere with the radiator. So, and also just made it a hell of a lot easier to just bolt up my 273 accessories to it. And there's this piece on the water pump that sticks out for the power steering pump to connect to since I'm going to power steering. We got the Mopar Magnum valve covers on finally. That's that right there. Here's the old LA 273 that I pulled out of the Chocolate Frosty 65 Barracuda. I call it Chocolate Frosty because I have no idea what this color is called. But, you know, whatever. Anyways, working on the 904 today that came out of this. And looky at what we have here. I'm no transmission specialist, but I believe that's probably band material laying right there, because I believe my reverse band went out in this. Looks like we got some minerals and stuff over there. Basically what was going on with this, when I first got the car, it had absolutely no problems shifting, going reverse. Then I noticed gradually the reverse would start to have some issues. I would throw it in reverse and then it would be right there in reverse. And sometimes I have to get the engine RPMs up a little bit to get it to go. But one day I went to fire it up, threw in reverse, and it would not go. I checked the level on the dipstick tube. Fluid, color looked kind of horrible, kind of like a brownish red. Stink really bad. Still does stink really bad. You can see that. And anyways, just basically the reverse doesn't work anymore, and I could get it to drop in drive, absolutely no problem. You can go first, second, and third, absolutely no problem, but reverse, nope. So, despite my lack of funds at the current moment, and trying to look for another job after quitting this one at a printing company for 2 years, I'm debating if I want to use this 65 B-body 904 that I bought from a guy and had it shipped here to Utah from the East Coast. And let's go back here real quick. Use that one and take this tail shaft off. This tail shaft, this whole transmission, I mean, is a slant 6 904 out of 65 Barracuda. I think I can just easily swap this tail shaft, 8-body tail shaft, into that 65 904 B-body trans, so I could get everything to work out well. Been watching some videos on YouTube of the Who Said Tyler guy. He has multiple parts of where he's disassembling a transmission right now, and I don't know if he's going to do any more videos of reassembling, I mean. So, to me it looked like a little bit of a tedious job to switch tail shafts because of other stuff and different tools you have to use to get the shaft to come out and whatnot. But I'm probably better off doing that because it will save me a hell of a lot more money. Just swapping tail shafts and using this transmission on the 380 Magnum. That's gonna go in there pretty soon. Or get this thing rebuilt, which I know it's going to cost, I don't know, between $7,000 and $1,000, maybe even more. And it's kind of hard to get some seals, like a kickdown seal and whatnot, for this type of transmission, because they only manufactured this type of transmission for 2 years. This is the cable shift transmission. You see the hole right there for shifting, and then your parking lock mechanism right there. And you just kind of like compare and contrast. Here's a later 904. Came out of some 70s Dart, I think, but you see how you have your shaft selector on the top, or no, that's kick down, and then shaft selector down there, selecting gears. Which this setup makes a lot more sense to me than that setup, but I would like to keep my stock shifter functional and all, so I'm still sticking with the cables, these type of cables. That transmission I showed you in the backyard, and this one is cable shift also, 65, 64 and 65. Only had them 66. They went to this style, shaft selector style. That makes life a hell of a lot more easy. Oh, and they went to the slip yoke setup instead of the ball and trunnion. So, and I'm also looking to get a custom drive shaft made. That's gonna, it's based off of this little tutorial on the early Valiant Barracuda Club's website, on how to do a drive shaft conversion, where you just basically convert this into like a slip yoke adapter, and you know, essentially you'll have a slip yoke setup. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe right now over this because I'm not really envisioning it well. But there's the ball and trunnion. I got this cover plate taken off. This was making all sorts of noises and stuff when I was driving with it. I'm hoping that the vibration issues I was having with this one didn't cause this to go out by any means, but I'm not sure. Like I say, the fluid color looks horrible. I think that's reverse band material, not 100% sure, but yeah, there you have it. I mean, I could attempt to rebuild this myself, but I don't have a whole bunch of experience with transmissions other than replacing this front pump seal and essentially replacing the front pump itself. I had an instance one time where things didn't go out so well, work out so well, trying to get a torque converter to seat in there. So I actually had the torque converter bolted to the flex plate, and I tried to slide this on, and I'd done it several times, and I guess I just got lucky those several times getting it to slide on and seat in there. I didn't realize I needed to seat the torque converter in the pump first and then start bolting the torque converter to the flex plate. So I did it the stupid way, and I quite literally busted those tabs in there off on the front pump. That's the front pump. I don't know where the piece is, but there's supposed to be tabs right there. That was in my brother's Valiant. We bought a new pump gear exactly like this with new tabs on it, and apparently it's a common thing for people to do that. So that was a hard lesson learned. Anyways, well, yeah, hopefully everything is going to work out. Getting this to work, or using the other transmissions. I've been told by the guy about this that this shifted really well and stuff. I'm just basically taking his word for it. I'm going to drop the pan and stuff and inspect that thoroughly, just to make sure. So Barracuda. Always keeping this cover on it. Anyways, gonna work on upgrading this to power steering. And hoping that my pitman arm's gonna fit that. I might have to get a different pitman arm. But anyways, well, that's that. Till next time, Mopar No Car.